opportunity to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Harshvardhan, our Union Minister, Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Science and Technology, Earth Services, Government of India. Next slide. Words are less to describe what Sir has achieved. Sir is a true inspiration. As he said, man with a mission. Sir has a long and distinguished record of public services, leaving his mark in all fields of activity undertaken. An ENT surgeon by profession to start with, Dr. Harshvardhan Sir branched out into public life in 1993. Next slide, please. Fondly called as Dr. Sahab, Dr. Harshvardhan Sir is known for his disarming simplicity in personal life and transparency at the workplace. Our former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee Sir once said of him, he joined politics with the laudable objective of using his considerable medical knowledge and experience for serving the common man. And that is what we are witnessing today. Thank you, sir, for that. Next slide, please. Sir track record as a Union Minister from 2014 and definitely he has achieved several milestones for the nation. He is committed to setting up a roadmap for the implementation of the Make in India program, our dream come true for all Indians. As we all know, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Sir, your right decisions at right time. We are all thankful for that. In this difficult, unprecedented COVID pandemic times, India is doing pretty well. Thank you. Thank you for that immensely. Next slide, please. I would request, sir, to please initiate today's lamp lighting event and start the inaugural function of Sonopon IRIE 2020. Arogyam Dhanasampada Shubham Gurutvam Kalyanam Arogyam Dhanasampada Shatru Buddhi Vinashaya Deepan Jyotir Namostute Deepan Jyotir Namostute Shubham Gurutvam Kalyanam Arogyam Dhanasampada Shubham Gurutvam Kalyanam Arogyam Dhanasampada. Thank you, sir, for that. Next slide, please. I take this opportunity, sir, and take this endeavor ahead to request you to please take a few minutes. Our family of IRI, 18,000 members, of which 2,000 have registered for this mega event, are waiting to seek your blessings and hear to your golden words. We welcome you, sir, once again, and over to you.
Thank you, my dear colleagues, all the esteemed members of the Indian Radiological and Imaging Association, especially Dr. Deepak Patkar, the president of the association, who had been instrumental in giving me the privilege of being with you today, and who had invited me for this inaugural function. He had been doing it for the last couple of days, and I feel really privileged. And also, thank you, Dr. Amarnath ji, the President-elect, and we just now heard Dr. Hemant Patel, the immediate past President, Dr. Rajiv Singh, the Secretary General, also the Vice Presidents, Dr. Pradeep, Dr. Harish Chandak, Dr. Pankaj Sharma, Dr. Shankar Lal Kedia, Dr. Navneet Gupta, and I cannot see most of you, but I know that it's a huge association, and all the top people in the field, they are all participating in this particular activity. I must place on record my sincere appreciation for all of you, because this is a huge, I think, hugely appreciable work that you are doing on a weekend, and not only doing on one particular weekend, you are utilizing all the weekends of the month of August, which is in fact a very important month for the country, because we do enjoy the Independence Day in the month of August, and in the same month added to it is another glorious day, that is the 5th of August. Last 2 years we have seen two important things happening. Last year on 5th of August, this year also on 5th of August, and then so many important days associated to the Quit India movement, etc. So it's a very important month, August month, and you are utilizing this month for your SonoCon 2020. I was really impressed when I read about this SonoCon, that every weekend you are inviting all the colleagues for this meeting, and everyone is joining each other through the video conference, and then the top radiologists and ultrasonologists who have national and international standing within the country, and those who are from abroad, they are all participating and giving and sharing their wisdom, their knowledge, their expertise, and whatever they have learnt over the years with their junior colleagues. And I think that's the way the things should move, and that's the way we have learned so many things. We learn from our seniors and then we pass on to our juniors. That's how the field of medicine grows and glorifies. So your association also has a very great track record. I was reading the history. It's a long history starting from 1895, and then a lot of the initial years of the history are in fact associated with the memories of the activities of radiology in Delhi, and more particularly in the Lady Hardinge Medical College, or the Lok Nayak Jayaprakash Narayan Hospital, now at that time called the Irwin Hospital, and some of the first few dispensaries where the X-ray machine was installed was near Jama Masjid. That is what I read in the history, and Jama Masjid is part of my parliamentary constituency right now, so I was emotionally moved reading this history. Being a doctor who was born and brought up in Delhi only, and having been a part of the medical profession in Delhi, I was president of the Delhi Medical Association some 27 years back, so have known virtually every doctor in the city. And for me, the name of Dr. Diwan Chand Agrawal is a very revered name. It's a big name, not only for the field of radiology, but it's a big name for the medical community of the whole country, and of course the international world. And there are so many, I could read in the history, so many top great doctors who have in fact contributed to the country's healthcare delivery system through the field of radiology. I must congratulate you. And now you are doing this training program in a big way that certainly deserves highest applaud from everyone. I was just reading from your history itself, I could learn that there are more than 50,000 X-ray machines of a particular caliber, and then over 30,000 X-ray machines of another caliber, over 20,000 of another caliber, so many CT scans, so many MRIs, and now these ultrasound machines have become like so common. And the type of service that you deliver through them, I think it has revolutionized the field of medicine, because everything is absolutely non-invasive. and so much productive that you can diagnose even the minutest issues in the body with the help of either an ultrasound or a X-ray machine or an MRI. Or every day now during these COVID times, almost everyone who is suffering from COVID and going to a hospital, he has to undergo a CT chest just to see whether there is an involvement of the lungs also or not, and then to see the progress of the disease. A lot of people have come out with suggestions that even with the radiology they can in fact test whether a person is COVID positive or not. So so much in fact is happening. I feel so happy to be part of this. We remember that during our stay in the medical college in the 70s, we used to read about ultrasound, and then we used to think that it is something very, very innovative. But now the way the ultrasound has revolutionized our treatment and diagnosis part, I think I have no words to pay my tributes to your ability and your professional acumen. And this is in the recent COVID times, we have seen that last 7-8 months the radiologists have also played a very, very important role in ensuring that we are able to really assess and help in the early diagnosis of the complications of COVID. And today, after 7-8 months, because of the contribution of all doctors and the associated paramedics who have contributed in a big way, whom I very proudly call the Corona warriors, we are in a situation where in a country as big as India with 1.35 billion people, we have the least fatality rate. Today morning, the fatality rate of India has gone down up to 2.01%, and our recovery rate is probably one of the best in the whole world. It's almost 68.78% now. And in a country where we were doing almost only 6,000 tests in the month of April, first, second week. Yesterday we did over 7 lakh tests in a day in India. So it's a huge achievement. It's a huge capacity and capability of the medical profession that it has shown to the country and to the whole world. From a single lab to almost 1,402 laboratories in the country. I think the medical profession has done us so much of proud, and it's difficult for me to really be able to describe the contribution of our medical colleagues in words, and more particularly the radiologists and the ultrasoundologists. Today is a day when, in fact, it was a very, very historic day for me. Just before this function, you'll be happy to know that in the last 8 months during the COVID period itself, we have been able to work very strongly on the National Digital Health Mission. And in the coming years, you will see very soon, you will see an announcement around this by our Honorable Prime Minister himself. And the telemedicine, not only the telemedicine guidelines have been announced and notified, but in the last 8 months itself, in almost 23 states, we have been able to connect our doctors in some of the medical colleges which we are using as hubs, and it's a hub and spoke model where the best doctors in the medical colleges are being connected to our health and wellness centers in the field, to our sub centers, to our primary health centers, to our district hospitals. It's not only a doctor to doctor consultation, but also doctor to patient consultation, and all this is absolutely free. So the specialist is now, it's already connected with the poor patient in the field, and it's all done free. It has been done by the health ministry along with the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology through CDAC, one of our very prestigious organizations. And in the coming months and years, we shall be using the tools of artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, machine learning, data analytics. All these modern concepts, we are going to use them in a big way. Just before this meeting, I have just finished another meeting where we had this program having developed to a certain stage, where the health secretaries of almost 10 states had joined me. 23 states are already in line. We have already done some 1.5 lakh consultations through this, of the highest, I would say, standards, and of course they include the radiological consultations also. So this is something where we are aiming in the next couple of months to be able to do 5 lakh consultations per day through this telemedicine hub and spoke model, using the most modern technology. So it's going to revolutionize further and ensure that the delivery of health for all Indians. We are supplementing our Ayushman Bharat program, where we have already served more than a crore of people with the best possible services of the tertiary care level, free of cost to the poorest of the poor. And then we are supplementing it with 1.5 lakh health and wellness centers, which are going to be the huge source of producing localized health movements around preventive, promotive and positive health, and then of course supplemented by these telemedicine activities. So I would request and appeal to the Indian Radiological and Imaging Association also to, wherever, in whatever best forms, because most of the developed activities around this are centered in big government and private institutions, and you are the ones who are further helping and guiding the radiologists in the field. So would like to use this occasion to appeal to you also to help us in strengthening the National Digital Health Mission, one of our very ambitious programs which we intend to completely organize in the whole country in the next 2-3 years in a big way. So right now I know you have a huge program to follow this inaugural session, and most of the people all across the country must be waiting for those lectures, those video workshops, training sessions and activities around the academic field. So I wish you all good luck. We are all proud of all of you, and I would like to convey the good wishes of my own Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji also to all my professional colleagues, my dear Corona warriors. Thank you for inviting me to your conference, and I think maybe sometimes in the future we will meet physically also and be part of one of your big activities like this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for those kind words. Thank you, sir, for taking up time out of your busy schedule. Thank you, sir, for steering us so safely, for steering our nation mission so safely in this unprecedented COVID time.
Thank
And
you.
thanks once again, sir, from all the IRI members because you agreed at a very short notice to the request of our President Dr. Patkar sir and our office bearers to join us for the event. Thanks once again, sir.
Thank you.